Hello, I'm Gail,
I'm Tom.
and we are Art Zenna Now. That's the name of our channel, and it's the name of our Cherish shop. We also sell on eBay way more things than we have on Cherish, but I think that's important to know because I did provide links in case you want to go look at any of the stuff that we have up
We got a lot of cool stuff
for sale.
between our different
Some of
shops.
it's important stuff, and some of it's not. The dog's just gonna bark. I just think we ought to just move past it. She wants to be part of this. See?
She does.
Very insistent. And anyway, so we thought we would just show it. We have a very small collection of Roseville that we started buying right when it was like plummeting on the market. We did buy a few pieces, so we were going to show you those. And we have a really cool Roseville story about a Juvenile Santa Cup that I found, and actually that's how we found out about Roseville.
Yeah.
So we might either put it in this video or we might have a separate video of me letting go of that piece.
Yeah, I think that would be the cool thing to do is we'll just have that as an additional video after this one that you can see if you're interested in the actual backstory on that little Santa Cup because it's very cool.
It's a good story. I think maybe we should tell it.
Yeah, well, we can tell it now, but yeah.
Well, so we were at this estate sale and we were looking around and I found this cute little Santa cup with a saucer. And Tom's like, oh,
I didn't love it.
I don't think we need that. And so we got to the car. Everything was half off that day. And so we got to the car, and I said, I'm going to go back for that Santa cup. So I went back into the house and grabbed the Santa cup and took it to the cashier, and it was $14 for the cup and saucer. But she said, well, it's half off day, so it's $7.50. So I bought a Roseville Juvenile Santa Cup and saucer for $7.50 and sold it within
The next day.
within 24 hours because I found the comp was, well, there was somebody put one up for auction.
Yeah, we started looking on eBay and found one that was up for auction that had just finished. Right
Well,
as
it was
we
still in auction and
that's
finished
right.
that night. But I bought the cup back to the car and I said, I love this, it's so cute. It really was cute and I regret selling it, but
Gail loves all things Santa.
I like the Santa stuff and it was cute, little cup I could drink my hot cocoa from. And anyway, so we started looking it up, Google lensing it and all that. Did we have Google?
We didn't have Google
Lens
Lens at
back
that
then.
point. I was just
But
searching for Santa Cup.
so we searched for Santa cups, and that one came up, and I said, "Is this the same cup?" Because it was already up to $540.
And actually, it was a different cup. It was actually the
Well,
mug.
it was the mug,
You had the cup and saucer.
yeah. And so anyway, I was like, "Is this the same cup?" And Tom says, "Yeah, that's the same cup." So I put it up that night, and it sold before the morning for $650. Anyway, that's a cool story. It's one of the
It was
things
one
I
of our first
regret.
eBay
selling.
success stories, and it was also one of the first estate sales we went to. I mean, we
Yeah.
were just getting
We were
into
just
estate
starting.
sales at that point.
And yeah, it was right after that we started finding these little
Other types of Roseville things.
Roseville plant. What do they call them?
Hanging basket
art-
planters, yeah.
Art pottery hanging basket. That's what they call it here. And so we have this little green one we found. It has a matte finish. From what? How old is that? It's like 19.
Oh, it's very
20s.
old, yeah, 19, yeah.
And this one, I found one exactly like it. As a matter of fact, is up for sale now on the internet. And they call it the Roseville Rosecraft Colors Blue 1921 Art Pottery Hanging Basket Planter 364-5. And so we also have it. It's very pretty, but it's glossy. And these are matte.
These
This
are both
one's
matte finish, and it's kind of interesting. The matte finish ones are actually quite a bit older. These are from the 1900s to the 1920s, if I'm not mistaken. And the 364-5, that was the original Roseville catalog number.
Oh, was it?
So that's the way to kind of research these things. You can usually find a picture of them. Now, all these hanging baskets, none of them have any marks or impressions on them like most other forms of Roseville have. These came with a sticker. And since they were outdoor hanging baskets, there's usually chains, of course, coming up
Yeah, I don't know that they use
But-
rope or chains because
You could use either one. I think they came with little chains originally, but
doggy.
they basically the stickers fell off of them, wore off of them, whatever.
But this one did have, the only reason I knew it was Roseville is because it did have a sticker on the bottom that said Roseville, but it had been added by the person who owned it at the estate sale. So anyway, as far as the Roseville Juvenile, which was selling for a lot too, we just found little bits and pieces of it. So we, we just picked up these. Has an R on the bottom.
Yeah, that's how to tell the really old Roseville Juvenile is it's just a single R.
It's a little creamer. I guess that's a sugar bowl and a creamer.
Actually, that's a two-handled cup.
Oh, this is a two-handled cup. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know my stuff yet. But anyway, this is the little creamer that has the same little duck with orange boots on. And
This is
that's one of those bowls. Don't you add water to it?
baby's plate. No, it's just to keep babies. You just stuff food in there and it keeps them from spreading it all over the table. Basically,
Yeah, see, that's
Kinda
practical, but it's
contains
also pottery. So wouldn't the baby just like? But
probably,
it's kind of
and
heavy.
that's probably why they're rare
It
now.
does say plate right there, and it has the little chicks, and the other chick piece we have is a little plate. It says on the back, 55 Roseville, $50 chicken plate. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And
A little closer there so you can see the pattern.
so the sticker that the person put on that one. But we got these at all different places.
Different prices.
After we figured out that Roseville is kind of cool. I mean, we like it.
It's neat stuff.
We have not put any of these online yet, and we've had them a few years.
Kind of like to keep them, maybe. I don't know.
We like to keep things until they come back, but here's the one that I found. I don't know if you can see that I just found when I was looking up Roseville Pottery, and I found that, and they had it for $175, and it's
$141.30.
15% off, $141.30. So
what's
I mean,
interesting
you can buy these. So.
What's interesting about Roseville is, 10 years ago, basically, or no, just 3 or 4 years ago, it was very, very hot. People were paying super exorbitant prices for it. And basically, the market kind of got flooded because everybody that had Roseville stashed away in their closets or garage or attic or whatever, dug it all out. And of course, it comes from like the Midwest. I think it's the Ohio River Valley, and basically there's tons of it out there. So everybody that had it flooded the market with it, and as always happens, it's supply and demand. As the supply grew, the demand shrunk, and it started going back down to be very cheap again. But there are certain pieces that are just exquisite and worth a lot of money still.
Okay, this book was written in 2006. By Krause Publications, and there is a pink one on this page, and it has prices. Of course, they're outdated, but the price on the pink one is $75 to $100, and that was in 2006. I don't know how it would have appreciated or depreciated.
I think this is a pretty good indicator right there.
Oh yeah, so
current
yeah,
market value is probably
a little bit
double what that
more.
was at the time.
But this book is pretty good because it has all colored pictures, see?
And there's tons of other books on Roseville as well that are they're right over there.
I love colored pictures, and they do have prices by them, so you kind of know how, in 2006 what they were going for, but we don't have a current catalog, so, and we don't really want to buy one. So, yeah, we just buy all sorts of books about Roseville. And
We actually found these books at an estate sale, actually.
right. And they're all old. This one's probably, what year? 1995. So this one has some real interesting pieces in it too. So I like that thing on the front. I like the one on the front. It's a nice color. And there's actually a hanging planter on the back of the cover. Anyway, so, and then we have this other one, a collector's encyclopedia, and of course it's probably even older than this one, I don't know, but it's this book. And we got it at an estate sale too, for like $1. This one was written in values updated 1991, so these two are about the same age. Anyway, so they're fun to look through. There are some really interesting Roseville pieces.
Roseville used some really beautiful glazes,
Yeah.
multicolored glazes.
That's what I like.
That's one of the things that I think is really gorgeous about it. We don't really have examples here.
No,
We just sold a
there's
few
some.
pieces not too long ago that had the green and the red and the pink and things like that in them that were very, very pretty. So
Here's a whole page of Juvenile from before. What should we do? So, no, we do have animals that live here. They don't eat out of the bowls though, so we're good. Anyway, so where were we?
I have no idea.
You were talking
the
about the
Oh,
backstory.
the different. Hold on. That's true. Gil was just mentioning that there's another type of thing that says Roseville on the bottom, but it's actually RRP, which is Roseville Ransdale Pottery.
It's not as pretty. It's not as
It's not Rosedale. It's just made in Roseville. So,
and
but
you can tell the difference between the.
this is an example of the pretty kind of glaze I was talking about a minute ago. This is actually a very small little
What do
Roseville.
is that like a vase?
A very small Roseville base, yes. And the later Roseville actually says Roseville on the bottom.
If you can see that.
I think they did. It's
In
actually-
Roseville, they actually did so many different things. I don't know if you can see that, and I mean, this probably isn't a good way to do this, but just a lot of really different pieces that I think are beautiful. And I don't understand how the market. I don't understand how the market works.
No. It's-
I don't know why sometimes things just kind of things change all the time. If
Yeah.
you're a seller, you know, reseller, you know that.
It's up and down, and you just kind of roll with it. And the thing about us is we like collecting, and we just like stuff we like, and we happen to resell a lot of it as well. And that's part of our thing is rescuing items. We'll find something like this that at the end of the estate sale, if this didn't sell, it could have just got trashed. Or
And a lot of things do here in Houston. We know,
Yeah.
go to Goodwill, and
they just
sometimes
toss things, and it's
some,
sad.
some do. Some are very careful about giving it back, to the family or whatever.
Well, but they do, and then the family says, "I don't want
the
that.
family,
Throw it
the
away."
kids, they don't want your stuff sometimes, and it's really kind of sad. But we did sell. They can't see these, but
No.
there are little candlesticks that were blue that I had.
And
That
actually, they were kind of the same
that.
same glaze type
What's
pattern
that
as
flower?
this.
What's the flower called on that?
That's
Dogwood.
I
Isn't it
think,
dogwood?
I think this is actually called a wild rose.
Oh, well, anyway, I sold those for, I forgot what, but we picked them up for like $10, I think, at an estate sale, and I did end up selling those. They're really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
This book has Roseville marks and how you can tell if it's real or, I like this book. It's really good. Plus it has all these colored pictures. I love colored pictures. Did I say that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's just about, we showed all the Roseville we have. We don't have much, but I thought it was worth talking about
This is a
because
good topic. I mean, because a lot of people, you will hear about Roseville, and you will see it at estate sales and thrift stores, and a lot of the antique malls and stuff still have it up for the highest price they could think of because that's what it says in some book that was accurate
in 1990.
6 or 7 years ago at the very peak of the market. But it's not like that anymore, and you should be aware of that.
But maybe,
and make
but
allowances for it.
you never know when it's going to come
Things
back.
go up, things go
and
down.
so we might hold on to these pieces. I don't know if we will list them yet or not, but I would be willing to
I
sell
think
one.
one of these pieces is listed, maybe. I think this one might
Oh,
be listed.
no, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the other blue. It's not Roseville. I should go get it. Should I go get it? Because it's really cool too, but it's not Roseville. But I thought it was when I picked it up. But I don't know what it is. I forgot what it is, but let me go grab it. But you keep talking. You tell a joke or something.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, the Roseville Juvenile line was something that they only produced for, I guess it went for a couple of decades, and it's all very distinctive. And I think one of the most important things is it had this little R right on the bottom there. And that, instead of actually Roseville spelled out in script, like you would see on the bottom of this piece. So that's just something to think of.
That is. This is the piece that I thought was Roseville when I picked it up, because I don't know a lot yet. And it's really this stuff.
Yeah, that's actually
Is it Rook? No,
Rookwood.
Rookwood.
Yeah, that's Rookwood.
And so yeah, it's got a totally different incised mark.
And Rookwood pottery is a whole different story. It's actually very valuable. Another one to look for is Van Brigel.
Very pretty.
Van Brigel pottery
Yeah, I
is
love
yet
some of
another
the
thing
Van
to look for. If you're into collecting this type of ceramic things, then yeah, those are three names definitely to be on the lookout for: is Roseville, Van Brigel, Rookwood. If you come across it, familiarize yourself with the marks on them and be willing to buy them. Now the Van Brigel and the Rookwood, you will generally pay up for it. And then there's things like this.
This is not Roseville. It's kid art.
That is kid art, and we just love
Isn't
it.
it cute? It's cute, little weird bat-looking thing.
That poor little thing
Very
was
Halloween-like.
sitting on a shelf in Goodwill, and we could not.
That was $1.
We rescue things.
We rescued. This is proof. Here's a cute little owl. Found it. It's kid art too. Isn't it cute? But we don't sell the kid art yet. I don't know. We did sell one kid art thing.
We have alluded to this story on our first video.
It was. I wish I had I think I might have a.
We'll have to dig up a picture.
Dig up
of
a
it.
picture. It is a Frankenstein. It was like this big. It was just the head and shoulders of Frankenstein, and it was a
Hand molded,
murky, ugly, dark brownish, greenish.
green
It
glaze.
was not.
It was not
a
pretty.
pretty color.
But it was just so strikingly weird. We
was
loved
weird.
it. We both loved it.
We picked it
instantly.
up, put it down, and picked it up again and bought it. And then I put last Halloween?
Yeah.
I put it up for sale for $80, and someone grabbed it.
Snagged
really
it right away.
fast.
Just because it was very quirky.
But
So you never know what's.
I think there's a market for quirky kid art, and we might.
And just quirky things in general, just
Yeah,
kitschy,
people
quirky,
like-
weird things.
There
So,
are collectors for just about everything, I think.
so keep an open mind as you're
Yeah.
sourcing things. That
It's not always pretty.
and if it strikes your eye and just seems weird enough or unique enough. I mean, the Frankenstein thing was just so completely unique. That's what made it so
It was
perfect.
definitely one of a kind and very quirky, cute kid art. And it went so fast, I couldn't believe it. Sometimes we just, you guess at prices to put on things. And I was really kind of joking with that, but someone grabbed it within.
Well, we
I
thought
mean,
we'd
was within
keep it if
hours.
nobody wanted it.
Yeah, we're just weird
like
enough
it.
to keep that. And anyway, so I don't know, what else do we have to say? Anything?
I think that's about it for this little episode. I think we've got plenty of.
Just talking about
stuff,
Roseville here and wondering when it's gonna make a comeback, if ever. I don't know, does it? You guys probably know more about that than us,
And
since we haven't done it for so
if
long.
it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's cool stuff. If you're into collecting, it makes a great collection. It looks great
Yeah,
on a
it's
shelf, looks
beautiful
good in
on
a window.
shelf, yeah.
Yeah, so.
And so maybe we could attach that other Roseville video of me having to let go of my Santa Cup because it sold so fast. It's one of those regrets,
Yeah, we could add it on to the end of this.
regrets. Yeah, we could add it. And so anyway, thank you for coming back to our channel. And if you're new, please subscribe if you want. And
We'd love to have you.
we have links to our shops.
We
below.
want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we've only got 992 to go. We're going to be influencers. Right.
Oh God, I doubt it. But anyway, we started this just
for
because,
fun.
yeah, we think it's fun. We've had people ask, how do you choose things? And so we're trying to kind of tell you, how we choose things. And you have to love it. I think, in my opinion, you have to love what you buy to resell or to collect,
Yeah.
So that if you are stuck with it, you don't mind keeping it. See, that's a good.
And a lot of it is the
what
hunt
our-
too, just trying to find these bizarre
Yeah.
little things that,
Just hunting for them is fun.
This is odd. Should we buy it? Sure.
Yeah. Actually, we found stuff in people's trash, the bins outside of the estate sales, and asked if we could take it.
Can we
I'm like,
take
"Yeah,
this out of
take
the
it."
trash?
So we do rescue items from trash sometimes, and people throw away a lot.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and we'll have another video next week. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Soon.
Okay.
Soon. Maybe even before next week.
Maybe, who knows? All right.
Bye.
Bye.